Section 229, Markandeya continued. Those 6 ladies, the wives of the 7 Rishis, when they learned that good fortune had smiled on Mahasena and that he had been made leader of the celestial forces, repaired to his camp. Those virtuous ladies of high religious merit had been disowned by the Rishis. They lost no time in visiting that leader of the celestial forces, and then addressed him thus: "We, O son, have been cast out by our godlike husbands, without any cause. Some people spread the rumor that we gave birth to thee. Believing in the truth of this story, they became greatly indignant and banished us from our sacred places. It behoves thee now to save us from this infamy. We desire to adopt thee as our son, so that our Almighty Being eternal bliss may be secured to us by that favor. Do thou thus repay the obligation thou owest to us." Skanda replied, "O ladies of faultless character, do you accordingly become my mothers. I am your son, and ye shall attain all the objects of your desire." Markandeya continued. Then Sakra, having expressed her wish to say something to Skanda, the latter inquired, "What is it?" Being told by son Skanda to speak it out, Vasava said, "The lady Abhijit, the younger sister of Rohini, being jealous of her seniority, has repaired to the woods to perform austerities, and I am at a loss to find out a substitute for the fallen star. May good luck attend on thee. May good luck attend on thee, do thou consult with Brahma for the purpose of filling up the room of this great asterism." Tanishta and other asterisms were created by Brahma, and Rohini used to serve the purpose of one such, and consequently their number was full. And in accordance with Sakra's advice, Kritika was assigned a place in the heavens, and that star presided over by Agni shines as if with 7 heads. Vinata also said to Skanda, "Thou art as a son to me, and entitled to offer me the funeral cakes at my funeral obsequies. I desire my son to live with thee always." Skanda replied, "Be it so, all honor to thee. Do thou guide me with a mother's affection, and honored by thy daughter-in-law, thou shalt always live with me." Markandeya continued. Then the great mothers spoke as follows to Skanda: "We have been described by the learned as the mothers of all creatures, but we desire to be thy mothers. Do thou honor us." Skanda replied, "Ye are all as mothers to me, and I am your son. Tell me what I can do to please you." The mothers replied, "The ladies Brahmi, Maheshwari were appointed as mothers of the world in bygone ages. We desire, O great God, that they be dispossessed of that dignity, and ourselves installed in their place, and that we, instead of them, be worshipped by the world. Do thou now restore to us those of our progeny, of whom we have been deprived by them on thy account." Skanda replied, "Ye shall not recover those that have been once given away, but I can give you other offspring of ye like." The mothers replied, "We desire that living with thee and assuming a different shape, we be able to heat up the progeny of those mothers and their guardians. Do thou grant us this favor." Skanda said, "I can grant you progeny, but this topic on which ye, as I have just now dilated, is very painful one. May he be prosperous. All honor to you." Ladies, do he vouchsafe to them your protecting care. The mothers replied, "We shall protect them, O Skanda, as thou desirest. Mayst thou be prosperous. But, O mighty being, we desire to live with thee always." Skanda replied, "So long as children of the humankind do not attain the youthful state in the 16th year of their age, ye shall afflict them with your various forms, and I too shall confer on you a fierce, inexhaustible spirit, and with that ye shall live happily, worshipped by all." Markandeya continued. And then a fiery powerful being came out of the body of Skanda, for the purpose of devouring the progeny of mortal beings. He fell down upon the ground, senseless and hungry, and bidden by Skanda, that genius of evil, assumed a terrific form. Skanda Pasmara is the name by which it is known among good Brahmanas. Vinata is called the terrific Sakuni Graha, spirit of evil. She who is known as Putana Rakshasi by the learned is the Graha called Putana, and that fierce and terrible looking Rakshasa of a hideous appearance is also called the Pisacha. Sita Putana, that fierce looking spirit, is the cause of abortion in women. Aditi is also known by the name of Revati. Her evil spirit is called Raivata, and that terrible Graha also afflicts children. Diti, the mother of the Daityas, Asuras, is also called Mukhamandika, and that terrible creature is very fond of the flesh of little children. Those male and female children, O Kaurava, who are said to have begotten by Skanda, are spirit of evil, and they destroy the fetus in the womb. They, the Kumaras, are known as the husbands of those very ladies and children, are seized unaware by these cruel spirits. And O King, Surabhi, who is called the mother of bovine kind by the wise, is best ridden by the evil spirit Sakuni, who in company with her devours children on this earth. And Sarama, the mother of dogs, also habitually kills human beings while still in the womb. She who is the mother of all trees, as her abode Hinda in a Karanja tree, she grants boons and has a placid countenance, and always favorably disposed towards all creatures. Those persons who desire to have children bow down to her who is seated in a Karanja tree. These 18 evil spirits, fond of meat and wine, and others of the same kind, invariably take up their abode in the lying-in room for 10 days. Kadru introduces herself in a subtle form into the body of a pregnant woman, and there she causes the destruction of the fetus, and the mother is made to give birth to a Naga serpent, and that mother of the Gandharvas takes away the fetus, and for this reason conception in women turns out to be abortive. The mother of the Apsaras removes the fetus from the womb, and for this reason such conceptions are said to be stationary by the learned. The daughter of the divinity of the Red Sea is said to have nursed Skanda. She is worshipped under the name of Lohita Yani on Kadamba trees. Arya acts the same part among female beings as Rudra does among male ones. She is the mother of all children and is distinctly worshipped for their welfare. These that I have described are the evil spirit presiding over the destinies of young children, and until children attain their 16 years, these spirits exercise their influence for evil, and after that for good. The whole body of male and female spirits that I have now described are always denominated by men as the spirits of Skanda. They are propitiated with burnt offerings, ablutions, unguentus sacrifices and other offerings, and particularly by the worship of Skanda, and working when they are honored and worshipped with a due reverence, they bestow on men whatever is good for them, and also valor and long life. And now, having bowed down to Maheshwara, I shall describe the nature of those spirits who influence the destinies of men after they have attained their 16th year. The man who beholds gods while sleeping or in a wakeful state soon turns mad, and the spirit under whose influence these hallucinations take place is called the celestial spirit. When a person whirls his dead ancestors while he is seated at ease or lying in his bed, he soon loses his reason, and the spirit which causes this illusion of sensible perception is called the ancestral spirit. The man who shows disrespect to the Siddhas and who is cursed by them in return soon runs mad, and the evil influence by which this is brought about is called the Siddha spirit. And the spirit by whose influence a man smells sweet odor and becomes cognizant of various tastes. When there are no odoriferous or tasteful substances about him, and soon becomes tormented, is called the Rakshasa spirit, and the spirit by whose action celestial musicians, Gandharvas, blend their existence into the constitution of a human being and make him run mad in no time, is called the Gandharva spirit, and that evil spirit by whose influence men are always tormented by Pisachas is called the Pisacha spirit. When the spirit of Yakshas enters into the system of a human being by some accident, he loses his reason immediately, and such a spirit is called the Yaksha spirit. The man who loses his reason on account of his mind being demoralized with vices runs mad in no time, and his illness must be remedied according to methods prescribed in the Shastras. Men also run mad from perplexity, from fear, as also on beholding hideous sights. The remedy lies in quieting their minds. There are three classes of spirits. Some are frolic, some are gluttonous, and some sensual. Until men attain the age of 70, these evil influences continue to torment them, and then fever becomes the only evil spirit that afflicts sentient beings. These evil spirits always avoid those who have subdued their senses, who are self-restrained, of cleanly habits, God-fearing, and free from laziness and contamination. I have thus described to thee, O King, the evil spirits that mould the destinies of men. Those who are devoted to Maheshwara art never troubled by them. Thus endeth section 229 in Markandeya-Samasya Parva of the Vana Parva.